This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
Who is Brad Stone? An heroic man of principle or another of those petulant journalists who believes that the system operates under two sets of laws?
Brad Stone is 1 in a billion.
He really has his finger, I think, in a lot of respects on the pulse of what's going on out there and what's going to grab an audience's attention right now.
When Brad Stone got here in 2007 as our executive producer of special projects, I didn't know what to make of the guy. He turned out to be somebody who has not just changed how we approach investigations at WSB-TV, and I believe he's changed our city, he's changed our state.
WSB Special Projects Executive Producer Brad Stone is a legend of sorts. He was the first television journalist to go to jail instead of comply with a court's order to give up a videotaped interview with a confidential source.
By gang war, if you owe us some money and your mom and them at home and you ain't there, we can't find you, your mama go.
The Detroit gang members who made those statements are still out on the streets. The TV journalist who interviewed them went to jail for refusing to turn over his tapes to a grand jury.
To get that story, I made a promise that I would not reveal their identities, and I always keep my promises.
We believe those tapes will give us information which may be relevant. We can't be sure until we see the tapes.
The incident highlighted the double standard in Michigan's SHIELD law. It protected print journalists, but offered no protection for broadcast journalists.
And I just want to send a message to the prosecutor that I'm here as long as it takes. They're not going to ever see that tape.
A judge sentenced him to 4 months in jail. He spent 2 days locked up until a federal judge let him out. Michigan's SHIELD law was broadened following his case. Years later, Brad was part of the Peabody-winning team at ABC's Good Morning America. They were honored for their coverage of the September 11th attacks. Brad wrote the lead story every day for a week following the attacks.
I remember in the darkest days after 9/11 how you investigated the terrorists gaming our stock market before the attack, betting against airline stocks and Morgan Stanley. We all slept better at night knowing you were the watchdog of government.
ABC News was honored with a coveted Peabody Award for that story and its comprehensive coverage of the September 11th attacks.
Brad did not shy away from controversy. He always found himself attracted to the controversy because that's where the juice of the story was.
His attraction to controversy and passion for telling great stories transformed the WSB investigative team.
Well, his depth of experience is unmatched.
He has a lot to say about how the story is structured and what will work best.
Brad led the team that helped change a Georgia law that gave special treatment to officers involved in fatal shootings. The team exposed a legal loophole that encouraged sovereign citizens to use fake deeds to steal foreclosed homes.
At the end of the day, it's nothing but theft.
He was on the very front end of recognizing the heroin crisis that morphed into the opioid crisis.
And the team is consistently uncovering new details of stories that directly impact viewers.
He's about fairness. He's about getting the elements to tell a story that will pull people in. He's about accuracy, and he is about boldness.
Brad has an uncanny knack of getting to the heart of a story and of bringing people great television.
It's a process Brad has shared with hundreds of journalists who've had the privilege of working with him over the years.
I got a front row seat into working with one of the best, and he helped me immensely understand what true TV journalism is. And it's not reaching up there, it's reaching out there. And that's Brad Stone.
He brings that depth of experience to his coaching. And when you're getting coaching from Brad, you know, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's really been there on the front lines, and he's able to give people great direction that gets them to that next level.
You're getting a Silver Circle, in my opinion, is long overdue. You are the epitome of a television journalist. You are somebody we should honor because what you've done for decades is you've brought us great journalism and you never forgot about the television.
I think it's a real honor, a privilege. My advice to them is enjoy it. It's a great business we're in.